All right, you guys, we've got one more comic before another comic. I'm not good with math, so you guys, this next guy coming up to the stage, I'm super excited. He can be here tonight because this club is more than 200 yards from an elementary school. Please welcome to the stage, Casey Hunt.
Thank you. You're right to applaud. Thank you. I'm very glad to be here. I'm very glad to be doing stand-up comedy at all because I feel like it's a really, truly American art form. You know, like jazz or pornography. I would include hip-hop in there, but hip-hop is just a mixture of jazz and pornography. So I'm really happy to be here. What are you guys thinking about? Like, collectively, what are you guys thinking about? About how much you hate that question? I really hate that question because I feel like it forces me to lie most of the time, you know, when you're asked that. Because I think as human beings with brains, we sometimes get thoughts that sort of float through that you're not willing to say out loud because then you'll be forever known as that guy that sits around daydreaming about what dog meat tastes like. Whatever thing it is at that point. I'm not saying I want to eat a dog. I'm just saying dog eating exists in the world, and sometimes I think about it. There are cultures out there where that's acceptable. I'm not going to eat a dog. I just wonder how it's done, you know? I guess what I'm really trying to say, guys, is that I'm not gay. But the only reason I know I'm not gay is because I thought about sucking a dick. That's the only way you can really know, right? Like, just short of a taste test, you know, is that you got to think about it for a second. It's not that big a deal. You just like, I guarantee every straight guy in here has had that moment where you're just like, nope, not for me, and then you move on. It's not that big a deal, guys. I mean, I like to set up the joke like that because it gives me a chance to judge how homophobic you all are. You guys are pretty cool, but I mean, you say that shit to a bunch of drunk bikers at 4 p.m. outside in Rock Springs, Wyoming, you get a lot of mixed responses. That's all I'm saying. You get a lot of this guy like, no, not me, man. No, right? I don't even know what gay people do. I just know I don't like them. Which is fake as fuck. Because I guarantee, like I said, at some point you thought about it. Maybe, I mean, you don't have to dwell on it, sir. It's just like something that happens. I guarantee, like, at some point, maybe you're a little kid growing up, you're starting to, you know, figure out things, pay attention to things. You keep hearing this one word over and over and over again, so you ask your parents, like, Mom, Dad, what does gay mean? What does it mean to be gay? Why does everybody keep calling me gay? So they have to sit you down and they just like, oh, honey, that's when a man loves another man or a woman loves another woman, and you're like, okay, all right, I can handle that. I mean, I'm only 5, but I love my best friend Jeff. He lives next door. He has Super Nintendo. Like, I must be gay, right? I love that dude. Then you get a little bit older, you realize what that love actually looks like, and then you have that thought, like, hey, I don't like Super Mario that much. I don't think I want to be gay anymore. Like, how am I gonna tell Jeff? I don't know. I thought about it a lot, you guys, when I was writing this bit, and I think if it really came down to it, I could do like a hand job, you know? Like, it's like really like, hey, Don't make fun of my technique here. Different strokes for different folks. That's what I say. So, I mean, like, if that's all it was, I don't know, I like to try to mic it. Like, I just think it's funny. Can you guys hear it? I don't know. It wouldn't be that bad. It'd be like a handshake if that's all it was, you know? Especially if it was somebody I really respected, you know? Mr. Rogers, he's just like, man, just do it. I'm like, yes, sir, Mr. Rogers, sir. I'd follow you to the ends of the earth, man. He's just leaned back with his sweater open. Just, it's such a good feeling to know you're alive. And look, like, I know Mr. Rogers is dead, you guys. But not in here, not in my imagination. That's the whole point. Seriously, if you are unwilling to give Mr. Rogers even a reluctant hand job in your own imagination, then you miss the point of that entire show. So I don't think we should be friends anymore. I don't know. Like I was saying, guys, I think if it really came down to it, if that's all it was, it wouldn't be that bad, right? But that's not all there is to it. Say, there's like a, how should I say this? There's an end point or like a goal I don't think I'd be motivated to reach. You know? So I think it would take a while, and I'd be waiting, you know, for it to happen, and then I'd start to get bored, which would inevitably lead to anger, right? And I'm just like, all right, Rogers, you piece of shit. If we're gonna do this, just get it fucking done, man. Like, I ain't got all day. And then it finally happens, and I gotta, you know, figure out what to do with this dick snot all over my hand, just kind of like, and it's about that point where somebody's like, what are you thinking about? I'm like, fucking nothing. Just leave me alone. Swear to God, nothing going on in here. I was just staring at that wall because I'm an idiot. I don't have thoughts. So, I'm Casey Hunt. Thanks for listening.
Ooh.